Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pacific Standard, guys. I am one of your hosts, Carter Briggs, and with me, as always, are my two lovely co-hosts, Mr. Mason Winter
Hello.
and Abel Stoica.
Ham. That's me. I'm Ham.
Today we are going to be talking about the 2008 Studio Ghibli film, Ghibli, whatever floats your boat. Boat. Ponyo. Does anyone want to
Carter,
do?
you wanna tell us why this is a banned movie for those of us who missed the last episode?
Yeah, of course. I think that'll lead really well into our first segment too. This movie was banned in my household not because my parents disliked it, but because in 2009, when this movie came out on DVD, my siblings and I watched it every day for 3 months. Don't ask us why we did that. We simply did it. It was the same movie every day, and at a certain point, my dad was like, and my mom, mostly my mom actually, was like, if you play that movie again, I'm going to snap the DVD in half. And so we took a well-deserved hiatus from Ponyo.
Is this the first time that you've seen it since the ban?
Nope. I watched it this summer with my sister.
Oh my god, Carter.
I love this movie. I fucking love this movie.
I guess I'll do a little recap. Ponyo is a movie about a little boy who finds a little fish with a face. Out of many fishes with faces, they all look identical. And this one he calls Ponyo, and then it becomes a human girl, and then its parents of it come to Earth and try to take her back and end up causing billions of dollars in damage to property in Japan and maybe across the globe. The implications aren't entirely solidified by the end of it. I don't really understand how that all works, but yeah, it seemed pretty severe, and many lives were probably lost as a result of Ponyo's actions. Yeah, that's Ponyo.
So, couple points. Ponyo, not just a fish. Ponyo is a demigod.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
Is that clarified at some point?
Well, her mother is a god. She's the god of something. So and then her father is he says he used to be a human. He seems pretty human-y, but I guess he's kind of divine.
He has to spray water on like where he's walking. Otherwise he'll dry out even though he's in air.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that might have been superstition on his part.
If I recall, in my head, I think I dubbed him like the water magician or the ocean magician.
He is a wizard. He does say that he's a wizard.
Okay.
So Ponyo is one of like a billion babies of this goddess and this wizard, but she seems to be the oldest and like she's the biggest fish of all the little fish girls.
All of them are minuscule except Ponyo, who's much, much larger.
Yeah, she's the size of like an actual fish, and they're all like little guppies until they're not guppies and they turn into giant wave fish.
Are those the same animals? Or the same beings?
They turn into many different things, and then they seemingly turn back. So I don't know.
It felt like the wave creatures were just a spell or something.
No, the wave creatures are a spell, but I'm talking about the fish, with the golden fish and the blue fish that Ponyo's running on when the tsunami first hits.
Yeah, aren't those the same thing that Mason was talking about?
No, those are the wave creatures that the wizard throws are different. Those aren't the daughters.
Yeah, but those were unleashed when she let water into that magic well room.
No, the daughters all turn into golden fishies. And then also there's big fishies that turn gold and she rides on them.
I thought that was so weird that like she goes full human and then all of her siblings go full fish.
Well, the explanation for why she goes full human is because she licks up Sasuke's blood.
Yes. The first note I wrote about this movie, because I've never seen this before, I was just enjoying it for a few minutes. And
Mhm.
then the first note I wrote about was that the mom, when like the boy, like Sasuke, right?
Mhm.
He finds Ponyo and he brings Ponyo in the car in a bucket. And his mom looks at it and says, "She sure is pretty." And it's literally a fish with a human face. Like it's undeniably a human face on a fish, and
Yes.
it's unnerving.
Look,
It's
I
a
would
man.
be
bit
really creeped out if that was like not like a little cute anime character. Like it's like a Teletubby kind
a
of
live
thing.
action Ponyo.
No, please God,
Not
no.
something we need.
Definitely don't need it. Yeah, no, it would be horrifying, but I choose to believe that they're all seeing it in the cute anime sense, you know?
Yeah.
Cuz I don't know. Also, that mom seems just simply unbothered by anything. She literally drives through a tsunami and she like doesn't even scream or make a grimace. She just fucking drives her little two-door car through a goddamn hurricane.
Yeah, why did she need to cross that like little bridge area
Yo,
like right then? They were like, "Hey, we're evacuating. People are dying. Just go the long way." Like they make a point to go, there's a longer but safer way you can go. And she's like, "No, I got to get home right now." Like I don't understand what the pressure was
oh yeah, she
there.
just drove through the water.
Yeah, it wasn't even like, "Oh, there's just a bunch of water or there's a wave coming." Like that was like 3 feet of water.
Mhm. Look, man, she's a badass. You want to fucking get after her for being a badass? I don't know what you want.
I had a
Literally
couple
right
notes about the
afterwards,
mom.
she goes, "I've never seen the ocean like this."
She had one of the most real reactions I've ever seen in an animated film. In that the dad calls. The dad works on a fishing vessel, so
Oh
he's
yeah.
like gone. The dad calls. He's supposed to be home for dinner, but he picks up another shift, so he calls and cancels. He's not gonna be home. So the mom's pissed. She's like, "I'm done cooking this meal. Sasuke, let's just go out for food." And he's like, "But what if Ponyo comes back?" She's so frustrated and done. She just goes to the fridge and opens a beer. And I was
But
like, "That's a real mom move."
that's so real. That's so real because you're like, my husband's pissing me off. All he does is work. He's never around. I'm working this job. I'm raising this fucking 5-year-old. And then you're like, let's just fucking go out. Let's get something to eat. Let's get some sober or some shit. And then your 5-year-old son is like, what if the goldfish I threw in the ocean comes back? Piss me
Yeah,
off. That shit would piss me off. I would lose my. She keeps pretty composed, honestly.
she really like doesn't care. Like
No, she doesn't give two fuck. Literally, a fucking at the end of the movie, a fucking magic ocean wizard and a divine being put her in an underwater air jellyfish that's also water. Like it's like lighter than air. It's not
it's
really
like
said.
both cuz
It's
there's
both.
like fish swimming in it and humans just hanging
Yeah.
out like
It,
Which,
it
which
almost gives me like, was it Earthsea vibes, where like if you try and like understand what's happening for a second, you might be like, "Wait a minute, what's
yeah,
happening?" There's just a
but
lot.
but also that's just so visually awesome. Just like a
True.
water
yeah.
that isn't water. It's like air. It's so cool. And the old ladies are loving it because it's good for their joint. They can run again.
Dude, by the way, one of them is Betty White.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
But
Carter,
she,
you said visually like cool or whatever. I don't remember what you said, but just talking about the visuals reminded me of when the mom shows up for the first time, and like the Ponyo's mom, and there's
Mhm.
just like all those fucking lights, and they're like yellow chrome kind of, but like it's not chrome because it's a like a 2D animated movie, but it just that was like the coolest part in the whole movie was just seeing that like kind of blast of color just infect the entire like ocean. That was really like exhilarating, I feel
oh,
like.
it's insane. Like the amount of like, this is just a note for all Ghibli films. Like this is all 2D hand drawn. And the scene where Ponyo makes the fish explosion happen, someone had to draw that. I can't even comprehend fucking drawing that. You like I can't fucking comprehend drawing something like that. And they just did it. And it's so smooth And at no point are you like, this is a hand draw. The whole time you're like, this is a thing that's happened. Like, she just caused this fish explosion. That's fucking crazy.
The other cool, like, which also lends to like the creature design in the film, but like one of the premises is that the Liam Neeson, the ocean magician guy,
Mm-hmm.
he wants to like reset the ocean back to like a past age.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all these like cool prehistoric fish that have like spontaneously been conjured forth into existence.
Dude, this is real. That scene, there's one scene in this movie that I cannot, like, every time it makes me really like uncomfortable. It's when you can literally see the giant prehistoric fish swimming underneath their like giant toy boat. And then Ponyo falls asleep and Sasuke gets out of the boat and into the water to push the fuck. I literally, every time, I've seen this movie probably 1,000 times, right? Like, I've seen this movie too many times. Every time I watch it, I'm like, one of those fish is going to eat you, little boy. Get back in the boat. Just get back in the fucking boat, please.
I have like an immense fear of being in a body of water that I can't see the bottom of.
Those
like,
thalassophobia videos get you?
No, I don't even know what that is. That like the...
It's where it's
what is that one?
It's like dark. It's
usually,
dark water where you can't see the bottom, and there's usually like part of a creature coming out of the...
Yeah.
And it's always like audio like, yo.
Yes, it's usually dead man's chest or some shit playing. And like just this unimaginable creature, this eldritch horror is emanating from the inky blackness of the sea.
I've never seen those, but
fear of the unknown.
That would fucking kill me, honestly. I hate that. I've hated that for like my entire life. Just like, I don't really want to swim in the lake. Friends, I don't want to go out there. Fuck this. I'm going to sit on the beach and pretend like I'm having more fun than you.
I don't know. I agree with me. I love the fish designs and I love the visuals and the creatures that come to life. But the whole time I'm like, they would all be eating this little boy. Like this is a dead little boy that they've eaten.
Magic, Carter.
All right, it's magic. Whatever.
Dude, one of my favorite parts in the beginning when he first loses Ponyo into the ocean and he's distraught. His mom is like, maybe it's for the best. She is a fish. And his muted silence in response to me was like that teenager being like, but I love her, Mom. She's a fish, but I'm in love with her.
He also, it's very much that, but it's also the most 5-year-old lost a toy you've ever, like, you know what like, he's crying into his mom's arms, and then he like he only stops crying when she gets him some ice cream.
Dude, she almost sends them off a cliff to get a lick of.
She's a terrible driver. She's a great driver. She's kind of a badass fucking Tokyo Drift driver.
One of those like great terrible drivers.
she's a great terrible driver. She is. And it's
where she sends you almost off the road, but she doesn't. She saves it. So she's technically not terrible, but she's going to scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like you'll be fine, but you're going to be holding the oh shit handle the entire time.
She is the queen of terrible good drivers. Maybe the dad does the driving usually, but he's never fucking home, so he probably doesn't.
No, and that was another great line. Because like, Ponyo is now a human girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she was a fish, so she doesn't know much.
Yep.
And he's like, oh yeah, he's talking about his dad who's out in the ocean on a fishing boat. But her only relation to people in the ocean are like, oh, is he an evil wizard too?
So that's such a good line. Is he an evil wizard too? Dude, it's so
good. He's a captain.
There's actually so many great lines. My favorite it's when the little girl, it's when the little girl is like trying to get into the bushes to see Ponyo, like the other 5-year-old girl at Sasuke's school. And he's like, I have responsibilities now. She's like, you're not busy. You're 5.
I liked when, what's it called? Ponyo and Sasuke and his mom are like trying to figure out like, I think it's like the boiler or something. And then Sasuke points and he goes, I think it's clogged. And then Ponyo just goes, it's clogged. Like yells it at his mom. Like, you don't know what that, you've lived in the ocean your entire life. Like you're just repeating what he said.
No, she does that a lot. I think she does that too when they meet that couple with the baby and they're talking to this couple and she just goes, I used to be a fish.
I think that's like the best part about this movie is just how like it kind of reminds me of Peanuts characters, how the dialogue is all written like it's authentic to children. And so if you're a child watching it, you're like, I understand what they're saying because they're all like talking like me, like what I'm used to like hearing from other kids. But as an adult, you're hearing them say the funniest shit in the world, but it's not funny to them because they're just saying it because they're kids. And I don't know. I found a correlation between Ponyo and Peanuts where like they're just like kind of saying, especially Ponyo though, I think it's just they're just saying stuff that kids would totally say, but adults, as like an adult, it's just so funny. Like hearing them talk about ham or whatever.
No, it's great. I love all of Ponyo's little yelling moments. Little just moments of I love ham. She does it with her dad too. When her dad like steals her back and she's at the bottom of the sea. And he's like trying to be like, look, man, just stay in the ocean. You're a fucking fish. Stay in the ocean. She's like, I want ham. Fuck you. She basically just like throws a temper tantrum about wanting ham and being a human.
I think it's when they're at Sasuke's house and she's like running around, like jumping on furniture and stuff. And he goes, now we got to go to the table and sit down at the table. And she doesn't say anything. She just turns around and jumps on the couch, runs over and runs up to the table. And he goes, now we got to sit. And she like looks at him and like doesn't know how to do it. It's just so funny because nothing's like really happening, but she's just like kind of like super excited to like, this is what I do now. I'm a human. I live out of the ocean. Like this is how I got to figure out how to do this shit.
The power goes out and she's running around the house with a candle on her head.
Look, dude,
To everyone.
all of the characters in this movie should have had some sort of mishap happen to them like 18 times. Like, don't trust a 5-year-old to run around with the candle on her head. She's gonna drop it. You ever seen a 5-year-old? All they ever do is drop shit and cry. I swear to God.
You see them pick up speed and it gets dangerous because then they get the wobbles and like,
their knees can't
going down.
Their knees can't handle the G's, dude. Their knees cannot handle the G's that they are putting
10
down.
G's. I still did have my all-time favorite line from this movie though. The wizard.
Uh-huh.
When Ponyo is like breaking out to return back to Sasuke, she like frees all of her siblings and lets all the fish into his house, right? And then he freaks out and he's like, they're going after my elixirs. And I was like, I want to use that line forever now.
The elixirs that come out of like a sea cucumber nipple. Did you notice that? Did anybody else notice that the elixirs, he has them corked up on like some kind of sea nipple? All of them?
They look like crazy vases.
No, there were crazy vases, but he uncorks the crazy vase from like a sea cucumber nipple.
I did not pick that up.
Look, maybe it's just my 1,001st viewing of it, but I really noticed how weird all the shit in his house was. Going after my elixirs.
They got to him eventually.
They fucking got to him. They got to the big elixir. Oh, speaking of the wizard, how cool is his underwater boat?
Yeah, just it's like a boat, but it's like acts like a submarine.
It's a boat. It's got flippers.
Paddles on it, like a turtle or like the Loch Ness monster.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the name of the dinosaur is, but
it's a plesiosaur.
Nessie. It's Nessie.
Okay, so I mean, two things can be true. Or Champ, the Lake Champlain monster. I was a dinosaur kid.
Real.
Look, if Nessie's real, Champ's real, motherfucker. No. Lake Champlain is a bigger fucking lake.
Yeah, but Scotland is. national animals, the unicorn, they're just a mythical country. Doug.
We're a land of mystery. We are. Yeah, that's right, Scottish listeners. That's how you sound to the rest of the world.
I love when, like, every episode, Carter just does a accent impression and then just says something like, "That's right."
Scottish is one
Listen
of
up.
the go-tos.
Fuck you guys.
Listen up, buckos. Here's the only good accents. Any type of American, Deep South, you're pushing it. You're pushing it, Deep South. It's starting to sound fake. The German accent's growing on me. It is silly. French people, you shouldn't be allowed to talk.
Every Russian accent that I hear just sounds fake. Like, I don't even really know what an authentic one sounds like.
They're
It
not
just,
real.
Oh, that's a
They're-
bad Russian accent in a movie or
not.
whatever. It's probably fine.
They're not real, dude. They are not real. Because the really bad fake movie accents, that and the sound of like a political speech from Russia sound exactly the fucking same.
Maybe just everyone's good at doing them. Maybe it's just easy.
Give us your best. Come on, Abel. Give us a Russian accent.
Oh boy.
I don't know what to say. You just think, "Yup, that's jump." You just say like shit like that.
He just make TV static noises.
Yeah.
Did you guys not understand that? I was speaking fluent Russian.
Fluent. We don't have our translator on standby, so that's
No.
why.
No, we do not. No, we don't.
It's his day off.
All it took was literally two things: the Cold War, and then for the Russian language to sound kind of abrasive and aggressive. And movie producers were like, "All right, these are our bad guys forever."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine. Everybody needs a villain.
We got
Everyone
history
needs a
with
villain.
them, and Germans are kind of off the table because they're like chill now.
Yeah.
So
We bombed the Germans into being chill. So now we gotta pick a new villain.
I've heard the consensus is like most German people are like, "Yeah, we were wild."
yeah.
They
Yeah, no
fucking
shit.
better be. Did you know Ponyo is a little fishy in the sea? What a fun, catchy song.
That's literally like the only thing I remember watching it. Like the only thing I can think of is, oh yeah, it's about like a fish person from the water, and then there's a song that goes Ponyo Ponyo, little fishy in the sea. That's all I remembered. Oh, and then I remembered when I watched it. I liked the movie when I was a kid. I must have been like 8. I didn't love it, and that was the first time that I noticed maybe not every movie is like the best movie ever or the worst movie ever. Maybe some movies are just pretty good, and it made me want to be critical about movies.
That's what Ponyo gave to you.
I guess so. That's the first time I remember like going, that was just fine. Because like when you're a kid, I was thinking about this. There's 4 types of movies. There's good movies that are funny. There's good movies that are sad. There's bad movies that are scary, and there's bad movies that are boring. And there's nothing else. And Ponyo was a good movie. And it was very funny to me now, but I don't think I would have found it as funny,
You're forgetting one last type of kid movie.
Yeah, what is it?
It's good because lights and colors.
It's cool.
No, it's good because lights and colors. Not cool. Cool shit happens in some movies. Some movies.
Good because cool comes when you're like 10. And the perfect example I can think of is the 2012 Red Dawn remake.
Oh, don't even
That was
say
cool.
Don't even say cool with the 2012 Red Dawn remake.
Did you watch it when it like came out?
No, I didn't watch it. You know what I watched? The actual
It was
Red
cool.
Dawn. My dad went,
No.
"Hey, we could watch this piece of shit, or we could watch a good movie."
I watched it.
I watched it. It was from the fucking Redbox, and I'm just
I watched it.
I'm
on
watching it at a
Netflix.
sleepover, and I was like, damn, this is literally a line from the movie. This is like if Call of Duty was real life. Dude, we're living Call of Duty, and it sucks, I think is what one of the characters says.
I
Was it
watched
I'd
Josh
love to
Peck?
watch this.
Was it Josh Peck who said it?
No, it might have been. I think it was just a random guy. Josh Hutcherson is robbing a Subway.
Oh, I forgot he's
And
in it.
yeah, and he goes, sandwich artist, fill this shit with bread, and hands them like a plastic, like a garbage bag or whatever, and then because they're trying to like get supplies to like run back to their hideout.
Stock up.
And then he takes like this fucking bucket and just slams it up against the soda machine and just fills it with a bunch of soda. It's like, what are we doing here? This is for like 10-year-olds, which is like what I was basically when that movie came out. I was like, that's awesome. That's so
the layer
cool.
of bugs on that after 2 hours.
Yeah, and they're running back with it. It's probably like a couple miles at least. Like, there's not going to be like anything in there.
Dude,
That
don't
movie's
worry.
terrible.
Thor's gonna lead the charge.
Fucking love it. Anyways, what's Ponyo? Ponyo?
I think, are we ready to give our final verdict on Ponyo?
I think we're ready.
All right, Abel, give your verdict.
I love the vibes of this movie. Like a lot of other Studio Ghibli movies, it's just kind of like, feels like I'm kind of like in a hot tub or something, and they're just like, all right, we're just going to show you some cool shit, and you're just going to enjoy it. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in for a treat. Like, I'm not like, there's nothing to like figure out, because the more you try to figure it out, the less fun it becomes. You just got to kind of let it take you on a ride. And I had a great time with Ponyo. I thought it was really funny, and I definitely watch it again. Probably not every day on repeat for 3 months relentlessly, but I do get the appeal. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10.
All right, Mason.
I think all the Studio Ghibli movies are pretty unique in like the stories that they tell, and I felt that in this one as well. I felt like it was whimsical. I felt like the characters were cool. I felt like the setting was awesome with all the underwater stuff. And one of the only notes that I didn't get to about the mom being like awesome is I did feel like there was a genuine family vibe to this movie. Was like the one simple move the mom makes at one point was she was like, let's do dessert first and then we'll work backwards through dinner. And like that simple thing like short circuits your kid brain, and you're like, what is happening? And it just makes everything so fun. And so like I don't quite have the same nostalgia like factor as Carter, because I didn't watch this growing up, but I think it's still a solid movie I would recommend for people to watch if they haven't seen. I think I'd have to give it, can I give 8.5? Have we given half ratings?
We've
Yeah,
given half
Carter.
ratings.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going 8.5.
Carter likes them.
I love them. I also don't give real ratings, just in case everyone. I don't get how they work. I've never understood it.
They work how you want them to work. So you're always given real ratings.
Here's how I want it to work.
Total jokes.
I'm giving Ponyo a fucking 10 Ponyo out of 10 Ponyos.
That's not surprising.
I fucking love this movie. It's got some flaws, like, what the fuck is happening?
It's not that big of a deal.
No.
Like, that's kind of the appeal.
But upon the 1,000th watch, Abel, you do start to ask some questions. You do.
Like, why am I watching this again?
Yeah.
I watched it yesterday.
Literally, like, I don't know what the fuck was going on in me and my siblings' collective kid brains. But, like, what the fuck were we doing?
The hive mind craved Ponyo.
Dude, we craved Ponyo. And it's not like we weren't watching other shit. It'd be like late at night. It'd be like that point in the night where Cartoon Network becomes Adult Swim. Like it's almost time for bed because you hear the.
That's why I lived as a child.
And then you're like, all right, let's watch Ponyo. Fucking time to watch Ponyo for the 5th time this week.
Dude, getting away with watching TV at like midnight as a child and then having to like hopscotch channels to be like, what can I even watch at this hour?
Dude, I was a big.
What is there even to what?
Nick at Night, bruh.
I think one of my go-tos was like Family Guy, because I think I could enjoy that a little bit if it was on.
I remember one night, it was a school night. I regretted this so much. It was like 2 a.m. And I was like, I'm going to watch a movie on my iPod Touch. And I went on Netflix and I watched the entirety of Click.
That was such an early 2000 statement. That was the most early 2000 sentence that's ever been said.
Click is a solid pick, though.
What else?
Click made me feel like I was like dying. Like
What
it
else
felt
did
like
you?
my world was ending. Like I was like, what the fuck? I thought that I was like sick. It was like so disorienting.
The video of this clip needs to be an iPod Touch playing like My Chemical Romance or Panic at the Disco or something, and then it switches over to Click, and it just shows a sleepy little kid Abel just watching Click on his iPod Touch.
I was like 13. I wasn't that young. I knew what I was doing.
Or did
I
you?
should
Or
not
did
have
the
watched
power
that.
of Click, did like Click turn itself on with the power of that remote through
Click.
your iPod Touch?
Click rewound your brain.
It gave me. Did you guys ever watch the movie Shorts by Robert Rodriguez? I think no, it was Robert Zemeckis. Oh my god, that movie sucks. Oh, it's horrible. You guys know what movie I'm talking about?
Dude,
think so.
I have no clue.
We gotta watch that
What
at
is it
some
about?
point. It's terrible. It's like it's a movie about like this town where like this group of kids, one of them finds this rock that can grant wishes, and then it's like 6 short stories of different people in the town getting the rock and then getting their wish granted. That also like that and Click both made me feel like I don't know, like my fucking brain was like dying. It felt like I was like sick. Like my head just hurt from watching it. There's only a few movies have like given me a headache. Green
Jack and
Lantern,
Jill.
Ryan Reynolds gave me a headache. Can't think of anything else.
Jack and Jill.
Headache approved. Jack and Jill, I saw that in theaters. I was 10. I thought it was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course you saw Jack and Jill in theaters.
I haven't seen it. I know it's hilarious.
Dude.
Adam Sandler is Jack and Jill, Carter. Come on.
Yeah.
What's better than that?
What's better than that?
What if a dude dressed like a lady?
What if a lady took a shit and was
What if-
yelling on the toilet and you could
What
hear
if-
a bunch of fart noises?
What if a lady took the loudest shit that's ever occurred on
That
screen?
was like that was the hardest I'd laughed in so long was during that
Comedy
scene,
gold.
I think, when I was 10. What a disaster. I need to rethink something.
Oh, man. Oh, dude. While Abel was laughing his guts out at fucking Jack and Jill, I was watching Ponyo being a fucking astute artist over here.
I watched that one too. You know, I had variety. I had taste. You know.
Oh, I'm still the idiot. Yeah, I figured. That's good. That's good. That's good.
What age is this that
What?
we're
2010?
talking about? 2010?
Yeah, 10.
2011, I think, is when Jack and Jill came out.
Mm.
Oh, dude, I was watching like Kicking It,
Yo,
Parrot Kings. Oh,
dude, don't talk about those yet because I am going to make us do an episode on like our favorite lesser known Disney Channel shows.
oh, bang. Zeke and Luther? Don't even
Dude,
get me
shut the
started.
fuck up about Zeke and Luther. Wait, don't tell me.
Yo, Adam Hicks, and then he features again in Lemonade Mouth. Oh,
Yo, shut the fuck up. Yo, shut the fuck up.
That's
Yo!
my pick because I didn't watch any of that shit except for Lemonade Mouth.
Lemonade Mouth was great. Dude,
Dude,
I liked it.
Uh,
Banger.
a mutual buddy of Carter's and I, we watched Lemonade Mouth one night, and it was like that, like late night tired where you get hysterical. And we would just pause the movie to laugh at a moment, and every time we paused the movie, whatever freeze frame it was on, the characters were always making the funniest expressions, and then we would just die even more. And it was one of the most fun I've ever had watching a movie.
all right, here's my question. I think the listeners have this question too. When are we going to start doing series, boys?
It's tough.
This
'cause
summer.
I don't want
We'll do it this summer.
Starting in the summer?
series like
I don't know. I just said that. I'm
I
not
guess it
making
does.
commitment.
Sounds like a commitment to me.
I'm not gonna watch a whole like season, like a 26 episode season.
That's
of
what I'm
a
saying.
Disney
We gotta,
Channel show,
like-
but like I'll watch like over the course of 2 episodes. I'll watch like an 8 episode season of something. I was thinking about like the Percy Jackson show. If we wanted to talk about that at some point.
Fuck
I
no.
would be interested in that. Okay, Carter.
No, it's just
I knew you were
Fire.
gonna say that.
that show makes me angry, Mason, and I ranted to you about it. I'm not going to do it right now.
They should have kept them as 17-year-olds, TBH.
Yeah, TBH, keep my Percy Jackson 17.
Just recast Logan Lerman right now.
Just make Logan Lerman Percy Jackson right now. And give me some more Daddario as my Annabeth Chase, all right?
That's cheating, Carter. No.
What do you mean?
That.
That was like such a funny fucking thing to say, Carter.
Wait, what is cheating? What the fuck do you mean cheating, Mason?
Just skip past it, bro.
Mason's in love with her.
No, like, objectively. How can you not be?
All right, we're moving on.
To what?
What you guys been doing? What's up?
I've been watching some movies. I'll just rattle off a few of them.
Ponyo.
I watched Nosferatu, which was pretty good. I finally watched The Wild Robot, which I thought was pretty great.
Wild Robot slaps. Saw that 3 times in theaters.
I liked it. Oh, damn, that's a lot. I did not. Yeah, I thought that was great. I watched The Substance. Have you guys seen The Substance?
Not yet.
Okay, it's crazy. There's like I've seen quite a few horror movies the past few years. I kind of caught up on them during my COVID times, and I watched The Substance, and I had to like fucking look away, like not because there was like anything like scary, like a jump scare was gonna happen or anything, but like, God, I just fucking hate needles, and there's so many needles in that movie. But yeah, really cool movie, really cool premise, lots of cool commentary and shit in there as well. Yeah, I would recommend it to anybody who has a open mind and a tough stomach.
Mason, what you been watching?
I had catching up to do on shows. So I watched Invincible, and then I watched The Boys. And
Oh,
then
I need to
watched
finish that.
Gen V, the Boys spinoff. And then I was like, oh yeah, I haven't watched like any of the Star Wars shows. So I finished,
Like the Disney Plus ones?
Yeah, I had watched like the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, but I hadn't watched the third. So I watched that. And I
What'd you
watched
think?
Ahsoka. The season 3 wasn't like, I don't know. I guess it felt lackluster, at least compared to like the first season and stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe
I
it
did
just
not
doesn't.
I did
carry
not
the
care.
hype.
Did you watch Boba Fett?
I have yet to watch that because I just watched Ahsoka, and then I think that's the only other one I watched. Because I watched Ahsoka and I was like, there's so many characters from Rebels. This kind of just feels like Rebels 2.
Yeah.
So maybe I should go watch Rebels. But
as a person who's watched Rebels, don't fucking do that.
I don't even like have time to watch fucking Clone Wars. I'm not watching Rebels.
Dude, you have time to watch fucking Clone Wars, sir.
Dude, okay. Speaking of which, I'm watching the last season of the Clone Wars because I realized they didn't do that.
I've heard that one's good.
The Ahsoka Darth Maul fight is one of the best lightsaber fights in Star Wars.
It's peak.
Period.
It's peak.
It's
the final
peak.
season of the Clone Wars is peak Star Wars. Mason, have you watched Andor?
Oh,
No.
Andor's awesome. Andor's
is-
so good.
I do not say this lightly, Mason. Andor is the best Star Wars thing.
Like, if it wasn't Star Wars, it would still be like a goated show. Like, it's that good.
The only one I've loved so far is Obi-Wan. I really liked
Really?
Obi. I really liked it.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people do.
That show was so disappointing, to be
But I'm
honest.
also not like the premise of Andor doesn't like draw me.
The premise of fighting against your oppressors doesn't draw you, Mason?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know what it was about, like, going into it. I just was like, oh, it's about this guy from Rogue One. I don't remember anything about Rogue One, basically, like, when I started watching it. But it gets a lot cooler than just that one guy. It's not even really about him. I hope the second season doesn't suck because they filmed through the fucking writer's strike, but only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Was that it? Just catching up on shows? You got anything else, Mason?
I mean, I guess Rivals, but you've been there. You've been there, guy.
I've been there. All right. I got 2. They're both shared with Mason Winter. I am not a big online gamer, but I've been loving Marvel Rivals, playing season 1. And I've also been loving the fucking Pokemon trading card app, dude.
Oh,
If
I
you-
have that.
If you guys are not on the Pokemon friend me right now, Abel. If you guys are not on the Pokemon trading card app, you're missing out. It's dope. It's great. I mean, you can do stupid microtransactions, all that shit, but you really do not have to. It's awesome.
I haven't opened packs in a few days, actually. I should do that right now.
Oh my god, Abel. Mason, he's
What?
not serious about it. He's not serious
Dude, I
about it.
pulled like
No.
my rarest card today. Not to flex, but like
What'd you get? What'd you get?
it's like this gold holographic crazy Mewtwo EX.
Dude,
Mhm.
I pulled 2 days ago the gold holographic Charizard. I've never been more excited.
Yeah, because like it's in the bottom left, the rarity thing. It's a crown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got jack shit in my first pack. I got like a fucking hollow golem.
Dude, Golem goes off.
Yeah, but I don't care. If
EX
it's
like
not an
140?
EX or a full art, I don't care.
Yo, you are not a true Pokemon trainer, bro. You're not a real trainer, dude.
I'm going for gold, dude.
I'm going for gold.
We got a Gary in the house. We literally have a fucking Gary in the house.
Dude, I think Abel would take steroids if he like was given the opportunity. That's what
Why?
it sounds like. Because you're going for gold.
You're going for gold, baby. Only the best.
I don't
Just
know.
going for
I have
gold.
real Pokemon cards that I can like look at and shit.
Oh, the flex.
Richie Rich over fucking here.
No, I buy
Too
myself one
severe.
pack every year on my birthday for myself.
Drip too severe, Mason said.
You don't agree?
Yeah, I do agree. Fucking Abel's one of those dudes who has a necklace and it's got like the case with the Charizard in it. Like the
I don't have 0 Pokemon cards behind me on my shelves.
look, I gave all my Pokemon cards to my siblings because when I was 18, I was like, I don't have any good ones, and then I realized I probably did have a few good ones.
It's not good ones though, Carter. It's that Pokemon. If you don't hold on to that Pokemon that's special to you, like what are we doing?
I
Yeah,
never
who's
got
your
an
favorite Pokemon?
I look, that's a tough question. It's like picking between my babies. Nostalgia answer, Infernape. Okay? That's my nostalgia answer.
I like Nuzleaf and Milotic. And I just picked those randomly when I was like 12 and I never changed.
That is the first thing I thought. Those are such random pick.
There's-
Nuzleaf is dope though.
Yeah, I don't know why I like him over like, is it Shiftry is who he evolves into?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Nuzleaf looks way better than Shiftry, honestly.
Yeah, for real. That's what I've been saying, dude.
But Shift Tree is the Lorax if he was a ninja.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Ninja Lore.
Ninja
So, like,
Lore.
How
Mason-
can you beat that?
Mason is your favorite Darkrai?
It is not. It is Lucario.
Oh, fuck the other edge lord. Dude, I'm so
I was
close.
like, dude, a fox that beats people up. I was like, this dude's badass. Didn't I use him in? I for sure thought I would have used him when we played Smash in college.
Oh, you definitely did. You for sure did.
Yeah.
You for sure did. I was a Sonic main because I'm a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
I
Wasn't
manned
Dominic
the
Pikachu?
random button.
Boo.
random. That's why.
That's the most fun. You just play randoms.
Or I can't play random against any of my friends because they play it too much and they'll just down spike me. It's like I need to like concerted effort focus one character.
That's
Get
factual.
good at that character.
I tried to like main somebody once. Can you guys guess who I was trying to main for like a week and then I gave up?
On like the
Link.
newest Smash Bros.
Link.
Yeah, new Smash Bros. Not Link.
Is it a Pokemon?
Wait, who is it? No, it's not. No.
Wait,
How did-
who is it?
It's either an animal or it's not an animal, dude.
I blanked. I blanked, dude.
I was gonna guess Greninja, but I'm gonna
No.
guess Meta Knight.
No, I was trying to do Fox.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah, dude. Everyone loves.
Oh.
I love Fox.
He's
Fox
so
is
fun.
so good. He's so good.
That deep within us resides either a fox or a falco.
Everybody deep down likes Fox, but whenever they play against Fox, they're just like, of course this fucker picked Fox.
There are two.
Like,
there's
Come
two
on,
wolves.
like
There's two wolves inside each of us. One of them is Wolf, and we realize he sucks in Smash Bros. So we all play Fox. Fuck it.
Wolf is fun. Wolf is fun. He's like the Ganondorf to like the Fox Captain Falcon, you know?
Hmm.
Like he's just a little slower, a little bit more powerful, kind of fun. I love Ganondorf. That was a amiibo I got. I got Ganondorf amiibo.
Of course, you got a Ganondorf from Amiibo.
You know, deep cuts.
That is a deep cut. And Amiibos do not exist anymore.
No, I bought it like 10 years ago.
What was the game that you had the little figures you would set on the pedestal? Was it Skylanders?
Skylanders
Yeah.
and Disney
Ooh.
Infinity and Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, but like
That's
Skylanders
similar.
was the OG. They did it first.
Yeah, they did it.
Yeah.
So they were always good.
Mm-hmm.
But I always felt left out. I was like, I'm too old now. I can't.
My brother had those. Hey, should we end the episode?
No, I still have to bring up Bakugan.
Yo, my
I've been
grandma.
playing a lot of Bakugan lately.
Dude, this is
I'm
real.
in-
I'm so mad at myself because I got rid of these. My grandma one year for my birthday got me this like whole case of Bakugan, and in the case was like the 6 Bakugan that combine into like a bigger Baku, like the combiner ones.
Holy
Voltron
shit.
Bakugan, bro.
Dude, I'm so pissed that I got rid of those.
I remember one year I got like a bunch of cards and the guys, and I never tried to play the game. I just liked rolling them onto the magnet card that made them pop out. That was all I did.
The designs that they made while making them fold into a ball were some of the coolest fucking things ever.
Literally,
Yeah,
the
it's actually
coolest.
crazy. Like thinking back about it,
Dude,
they
there,
looked sick.
there were some goated toys, man.
I
Transformers,
mean, it's
fucking
a cheat
Bakugan.
code that like the dragons were all cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But, like there was one that would like unroll into like a big centipede. Like, oh, dude, there was just
so good. We got to do an episode on toys. Anyway, fucking, that's the
Oh, yeah.
episode. If you enjoyed us, subscribe or whatever you do. Leave a fucking review. Leave a comment. Email us. Fucking send us an email. Our Gmail is pacificstandardguys@gmail.com. Fucking
I'm
send
gonna
us an
actually
email.
go check that. Oh, we need to spin.
Oh shit, you're right. Never mind. Don't send us an email yet. We have to decide what movie we're picking, and I believe it's Mason's turn,
oh.
Turn.
or is it Abel's turn?
I think it's Mason's. Yeah.
Okay, Mason, are you ready to spin that wheel?
I'm ready to figuratively spin the wheel.
All right, cool. I'm gonna press the button, but you tell me when, and that'll be like you're just doing it. You know.
I'm putting my hand in the air
Okay,
and I'm lowering it. Spin it.
it's begun. Spinning, 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 spinning. Oh, this is one that I've like the first one I came up with. Talking animals.
Oh boy.
What's a movie that you remember from your childhood with talking animals in it? Or at least like primarily focuses on talking animals.
Can I give you guys 2 and let you guys help pick which one you'd rather?
Sounds good to me.
Because instantly I'm like, childhood, what was I watching? Lion King, of course.
Mhm.
But also Tarzan was a pretty big one in my house.
That's a tough pick, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd be down to I haven't watched Tarzan since I was like in like the past 10 years, but I've seen The
Dude,
Lion King a couple
Phil
of
Collins
times.
cooks.
He cooks so hard. Anyway, we'll talk about that in our review of Tarzan. Let's do Tarzan. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
Tarzan's the
good. Tarzan of the Apes.
All right.
Is that in the movie? I can't even remember.
pick.
And with that,
Caesar, no.
I don't have. I literally my first thought
Wrong
was
movie.
the hanging sound at the end. Anyway, that's our episode. Email us pacificstandardguys@gmail.com, all one word, obviously. Check out our YouTube.
Obviously. Fucking dumbass.
I'm sorry. Check out our YouTube. And fucking our TikToks, Instagram, whatever, man. Just check us out. We still don't have an RSS feed. We're working on that. Good night, everybody. Good night, America.
Yeah, take care.
Did you know Ponyo is a little fishy in the sea, in the sea, in the sea, in the sea, in the sea?
No.